I am the proud daughter of a World War II veteran that fought against the Nazis in World War II. My dad fought with the French resistance and received the Silver Star and the Croix de Guerre, which is a very, very high French honor. He not only received it once, but he received it 2 times. In fighting with the French resistance, my father was fighting against the evils of Nazism and fascism. He and his radio operator, Barrett Freely, and a Frenchman named Claude Lirbet, who had fought against the Nazis in North Africa, comprised a 3-man team called Team Gerald, and they were part of a group of the OSS, Office of Strategic Service. The name of their group was the Jedburgh. My father personally saw the horrors that the Nazis visited on the citizens of France. That's a pretty darn hard thing for a 22-year-old man to witness. It was horrifying. Today, in America, right now, we are faced with fighting against tyranny, fascism, and the almost Nazi-like campaign of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, which, by the way, just as a total aside, J.D. Vance is from my home state, and I am ashamed that I actually live in the same state as that guy. We have a choice, and it's a really super important choice. This is a choice of hope versus division and hatred and the other, and everybody's out to get you, and the only way that we can save America is by voting for Trump. Well, I got news for you. That is not going to help America, not one little bitty bit, because first of all, Donald Trump does not give 2 shits about you. He doesn't give 2 shits about me. I'm a senior. He wants to cut Social Security. Thank you so much. Cut Medicare and Medicaid. Oh, thanks a lot. Really appreciate that. He and the rest of his Project 2025 cohorts are dangerous. It's anti-American. They are anti-black people. They're anti-people of color. They're anti-immigrants. They're anti-female. There's so much going on here, and it's so incredibly important that we vote and we get behind Kamala and Tim Walz. Really important. And it's just a total side note. Tim Walz, white male, from the Midwest, shoots guns, wears a camo hat, was a coach, was a high school teacher. I mean, the way I think about it is he's like a Republican's wet dream. I mean, he's like perfect. He just happens to be a Democrat. He just happens to have put into law for kids in Minnesota that they can have free breakfast and free lunches in public schools. He made it an open state for transgender LGBTQ people. Kamala herself, she's a fighter, but she fights with purpose and with joy. I don't know about you guys, but my dad, who fought against the Nazis, I don't know how he would have voted, can't even begin to tell you, but my dad did not take his young life and put it at high risk because he thought that fascism was cool and that that's what should be. He didn't do that, and neither should we. These people need to be stopped, and we stop them with our votes, and we stop them with our voice, and it's so incredibly important. So whether you agree, you disagree, I have a little baby YouTube channel here, you probably won't see this video, but I just have to get it out there that people of reason, we have to look to the past. We have to look at the 1930s in Germany, where these people just rode roughshod. They were, obviously against the Jewish people or the bad people, and they caused all this, that, and the other things, right? They burned books. They're burning books now. How is this different from, almost 80 years ago? It's not. It's the same. And those who do not know and acknowledge the true history, the written history, they're doomed to repeat it. And if we let these people get into power, that's book banning, and they've obviously taken away women's right to choose. Whether you agree or disagree, doesn't matter. My body is nobody's business but mine and what I choose to do with it. I don't want people in my bedroom. I don't want people in my doctor's office. And I sure as heck don't want a bunch of whiny white guys running this country and running it into the ground. That's just my opinion. This is Grumpy Granny, aka Mia Hess Music. And thank you for listening. And I love each and every one of you, no matter what.